Good morning, dudes. How the devil are we? I hope everybody is peachy on this kind of miserable Monday morning. No snow though, so the world can get back to normal. The world can start functioning properly again because there's not just a little bit of snow. Right, so today I woke up this morning and I made a decision. I decided that I'm going to do a mini cut, a mini diet, call it what you will. I don't look bad. I don't look bad at all. I just feel a tiny bit fluffy. I've been very relaxed over the past few weeks, so I just decided today's the day. I'm going to tighten things up a bit. So I'm 93.3 kilos this morning, completely naked, completely empty, because that's how you weigh yourself. Like I keep telling you. 93.3 kilos this morning. I'd like to get down to 90 kilos. And I've given myself 3 or 4 weeks to do it. So 3 kilos, 3 or 4 weeks should be fairly simple. I will be approaching this exactly the same as I would tell you to do it. Exactly the same if a client came to me and said, Danny, I want to lose 3 kilos. I'm going to approach it just the same. So, first of all, I know that my maintenance calories are around the 2,700 mark. I only weigh 93 kilos. I'm not massively active anymore. I don't really require a lot of energy intake. So, for me to stay the same weight as I am now is about 2,700 calories a day is what I would need to eat. So, if I want to lose 3 kilos, in 3 or 4 weeks, we'll go 4 weeks, it'll probably happen before then. We need to work out what kind of a calorie deficit I'm going to need to accrue over those weeks. So 1 kilo of body fat has got about 7,700 calories there or thereabouts of energy stored in it. So I need to get rid of, over the 4 weeks, about 23,000 calories. That's what the calorie deficit at the end of the 4 weeks would need to be to drop that much body fat. So then what we do is we take that 23,000 calories, we divide that over 28, and that gives you the daily deficit. The daily deficit that I'm going to have to be in, there or thereabouts, to lose that weight. So I've worked that out to be about an 800 calorie deficit. I'm a big fan of huge deficits. I'm a big fan of as big a deficit as you can handle. It's going to get you results quicker. It's going to kind of guarantee that you're in a deficit. If you're only in an incredibly small deficit, a 100 calorie, 200 calorie deficit, it's incredibly easy to knock yourself out of that deficit, get yourself to maintenance, sometimes even in surplus. It's incredibly easy, incredibly easy. Therefore, if you're in a bigger deficit like I will be in, you will stay in a deficit, because you're not accidentally forgetting to log the cooking oil you're using and a little bit of sauce isn't going to kind of knock you out of an 800 calorie deficit. It just isn't. So that's where I'm going to be with my calories. So you've heard me talk in the past about keeping protein levels high. When you're trying to lose weight, we want to keep protein levels high. That's going to enable us to kind of retain as much muscle as possible, because that's what it's all about, keeping hold of muscle and losing body fat. So my protein is going to be just over 2 grams per kilo of body weight. So I'm looking at 225 grams per day. That's going to be spread out over 5 feedings. 3 feedings of 40 grams and 2 feedings of 50 grams. What that's going to do is that's going to keep what we call muscle protein synthesis maximally stimulated throughout the day. Again, limiting the amount of muscle tissue that I'm going to lose. Possibly even growing a little tiny bit more muscle tissue, because we now know that a calorie surplus is not required to grow new muscle tissue. Growing new muscle tissue, muscle protein synthesis, is a signaling process, and it's not energy dependent. So if we stimulate muscle protein synthesis regularly throughout the day, chances are I'm going to grow a little tiny bit of muscle. Not a lot, but we'll see. So that leaves us with carbohydrates and fats. Now, as I'm trying to lose body fat, I'm not overly concerned about the ratios of carbohydrates to fats. All we need to do is be in a calorie deficit. So calories come first, protein levels come second, carbs and fats, as long as we're in a calorie deficit, it doesn't really matter. On training days, I possibly will have slightly higher carbohydrates just to help fuel my workouts, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I'm not dieting to get on stage. I'm not dieting for any kind of performance-related kind of goal. I just want to look a little bit better. I'm just feeling a little tiny bit fluffy. I just want to look a little tiny bit better. So that's where I'm going to be. That's how I'm going to approach my goal. That's how I'm going to approach my plan for the next 3 to 4 weeks. Just exactly the same as I tell you to do it. There's no magic, there's no voodoo, there's no secrets that I don't tell anybody. This is how you do it. Work out the calories that you're going to need to expend over the time period you've given yourself and get it done. When it comes to training, still be doing 3 horrible 2-hour, 2.5 hour full body sessions a week, because that's kind of all I need to do. I kind of like it, you know. I like going in, hitting it hard, having a day off, hitting it hard, having a day off. That's the way I've trained for a while. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fairly strong for a broken old man. But hey ho. So that's where we're going to go. I think it's going to be pretty good. If you've got any questions, if you've got any problems, any queries, if you want to know how I can help you, if you struggle with accountability, if you struggle working out the kind of deficit you need, if you struggle with your training, you should defo give me a call. You should defo get in touch, and we can have a smashing conversation and get you rocking for Christmas. I was going to say Christmas then. Get you rocking for the summer. Summer is only about 14 weeks away. Are you ready? Right, I'm getting off. Speak to you later. Have a great day.